to A Day in the Life. In today's vlog, I'm going to be reading some of my most anticipated new releases of the year. I have a few options that I'm going to get through, so depending on what I'm feeling, I will either read The Night in the Moth, Great Big Beautiful Life, Atmosphere, and an added one, The Love Haters. You'll see in the next clips which one I end up starting with. All I'm going to say is there were some laughs, some tears, generally all around good times. So let's get into it. Okay, first new release that I'm starting, Atmosphere. I originally thought that this was a historical fiction set during the space era of NASA in the 1980s, but I've been hearing more that this is a romance. I need to go make a coffee and then we're gonna start it. That's a person you don't know, Bill. Okay, I just got to page 110, so that means I'm about a third of the way done. I'm really enjoying, but I still feel like not much has happened, which is kind of funny. I do think that does sometimes happen with Taylor Jenkins Reid's books, but I love her writing, so it's still very interesting. It's now almost 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna make dinner, and then I might read this later on. I might not. Space itself does give me a little bit of anxiety, and the scenarios in this are a little bit anxiety inducing, so I don't know that I want to read this right before bed, but if I do, I'll give you an update. I just finished page 161 and I could barely read the words. For anyone new to my page, I do not cry while reading books. It's pretty rare. Last year, I think there were 6 books that made me cry out of 150. This year, I think this is the 3rd book. Oh my god, that was literally so sad. For avoiding spoilers, I'll put here when you should fast forward. I just read Griff dying. That was so sad. I really like how this is written, but it's definitely for maximum emotional impact. I just got to know so much about Griff and how understanding he was and how good he was to Joan. And then he dies. That's so sad. I'm so scared that Vanessa's also gonna die. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit more. I'm on page 163, and then I'm gonna take a little break because I gotta get things done today. So check back in with you later. Okay, so it's 2 days later. Embarrassingly enough, I have not had any time to read this weekend, which is so sad because the weekend is usually when I get most of my reading done. I did listen to some of this on audio on my drive to my parents' house. So I'm now on page 240, and I believe there's 320 pages. I'm gonna try to sit down and read the last 80 pages right now before I actually get started on my day. Okay, I've got 20 more pages. Is that right? 30 more pages. I am nervous, but nothing has really happened since we've last checked in. Also, Barbara might be one of the worst characters I've ever had the pleasure of reading about. She's literally a terrible person. I've been mad at her the entire book, and I was really hoping for some redemption from her. Not getting it. Just not getting it. Okay, I'm gonna finish. Oh my god. There's 8 more pages. No. Oh my goodness. Are you literally kidding? I mean, I'm not one to give reviews right away, but this is a 5-star read. Wow, yeah. I cannot believe. Miss Taylor Jenkins Reid puts you through a roller coaster. In this one, especially. I mean, she does that normally, but this was wild. What an ending. I can't believe it. So far, one anticipated release was fantastic. Unreal. And I don't normally cry. I I love when a book that you wanted to be good is good. This is good timing. I need to get things done and then I'm gonna pick the next book to read. So I'll be back once I started that one. Okay, it's been about a week since we've chatted. Don't know where the time has gone. It's time to start another new release. And I'm deciding between Great Big Beautiful Life or The Night and the Moth. And I think I'm going to read them at the same time. I feel like they're vastly different, so it'll be kind of good to have them going at the same time. But knowing me and how I read Emily Henry books, it's very likely that I will read this in like 2 sittings. I mean, I know there's some mixed reviews on it, but her writing just always works so well with my brain. I'm gonna start with this and go read outside for a little bit, and I'll come back after I've read like a little bit of it. We'll see. Okay, important update. I am 52 pages in. I honestly thought I would get further, but I just didn't really seem to be in the mood to read. And it's a little bit slow to begin with, I can kind of tell. However, it is very clear to me that Hayden, I'm assuming is the main love interest, is a grumpy man, and I love a grumpy book boyfriend, so I am very excited. I'm definitely not resonating with Alice. She seems to be a very positive, go-lucky kind of gal, which not really me. I try to be, but I'm not. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm excited. I'm liking where this is going. And as always, Emily's writing is just so easy to read. I'm gonna read a little bit more before bed, and then I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow on where I'm at. Okay, good morning. Ignore the mess in the background. I have to rush to get to work in literally 2 minutes. I'm here to give you a quick update. I'm on page 208. I'm loving it. It took me a little bit, I think around 100 pages. I was starting to like it, but it did still feel a little bit slow. Now, I had to force myself to go to bed. Actually, I'm really liking the flashback. So I feel like if you're somebody that doesn't like dual timelines or historical fiction, maybe that's why some people don't like this book that much, but I'm not really seeing it. I'm still really enjoying it. Can't wait to come back from work and read the rest of it. I think I'm gonna finish it today. Okay. Bye. Work day is done, did a workout, ate dinner. It's time to get back to this bad boy. I'm very curious to see if I'm able to finish it. Also, I just remembered that originally I said I would read this and The Night and the Moth at the same time. I haven't even opened The Night of the Moth. I will, I think, later tonight or maybe tomorrow. I don't know, it depends how far I get. Emily Henry's books make it impossible for me to want to read anything else. It happens every single time. All right, I'm gonna read this for a little bit and then I do want to watch Love Island, so I also have to do that. All right, 30 pages in and it's getting a little dark out, so I'm gonna take a little break and then I'll probably read more in bed. I think we are officially pausing. I'm on page 302, so I have just about 100 pages left. I have a few thoughts. One, I'm loving the actual story itself. I'm not really feeling the romance as much as I normally do with Emily Henry books. Normally, I'm like really obsessed with the chemistry, really convinced the characters are supposed to be together. I think they fit nicely. I'm just like not really feeling it. I think part of it is because Hayden he's grumpy, but he is also giving Golden Retriever a little, which is my least favorite. He's almost too nice. It's also like a little bit insta-lovey. I think it's funny because it's probably the most realistic rivals to lovers in the sense that they're obsessed with each other from the get-go. If you're gonna fall in love with a rival, you obviously have to think they're one, attractive and that they have like a good personality and you would want to date them. Otherwise, how are you gonna go from competing against each other to wanting to be together? It does make sense, but it is insta-love, which is definitely my least favorite trope, but that's okay because I love the story. While we're here, I think I am gonna actually start The Night and the Moth. I don't think I'm gonna get far, but I need something a little bit different. I think I need something a little bit faster and magical. Plan is to read maybe like the first 50 pages and then be done for the night. I will return tomorrow with my updates. Okay, I'm back again. I've just read the first literal 50 pages, which is so fun because it ended right at a new section. Yeah, I'm loving this. Gillig is such a freaking good writer. Loving it, loving the enemies-ish. The Knight, love him. Love the gargoyles, already laughed out loud. This is fun. The only thing that's like confusing to me is how old are these, what are they called? Divines? Is that what they're called? I don't even remember. What are diviners? I'm just gonna like pretend they're 21 because I want them to be of age. Okay. Now it is time for bed. It is 11:41, not that bad. Now I will come back to you with updates tomorrow. Back in the chair, next day. I'm ending the workday early to try to finish this book. I have 100 pages left. I feel like something is gonna happen, but I don't really know what. With Margaret anyways. Hayden and, what's her name, Alice? They'll just end up happily ever after. This isn't a spoiler because I don't know yet. Either Alice gets a job or they both get to work on it together. That is my prediction. Okay, let's continue. 50 pages left. I should finish it in the next 30 minutes, I think, which is perfect. It'll be 5:15, and that means I will have so much time to read The Night and the Moth later. This is a good book. Not that much has happened. It's good, don't get me wrong. I still love Emily's writing, and the plot is great, and the characters are interesting, and I actually love the flashbacks. But I just don't think anything's gonna happen in the last 50 pages to make this more of a 4-star read for me. I literally like haven't moved from here, but I'm determined to finish this. I'm gonna keep reading. We're in chapter 30, if anyone's curious. You know what? I had a feeling. Okay, I'm starting to panic a little because there's only 10 pages left and nothing has been resolved. And I'm worried that it's gonna end unresolved, and that will bring down my rating. I have a few thoughts. This is 4 stars, I think. I feel pretty good about that. Maybe by the time this is up, I will have changed my mind. So if it did, I will put that here. I really, really enjoyed it. Very strong like, not a love. One of my biggest pet peeves in books happens in the like little epilogue of this that I just think is so unnecessary. So I didn't love that. It is Emily Henry though, so I'll forgive her, and it does kind of make sense for the plot, but generally speaking, I just like don't think it's ever necessary. All of my thoughts up until now feel exactly the same. The romance was cute, but for me, not the star of the book. I loved Margaret. I almost wish there was more to it, and I do understand the similarities. Seven Husbands. I kind of wish there was like this big secret scandal-wise rather than what it ended up being, but I still liked it. Happy I've read it. I'm ready for whatever she puts out next, though I do hope it is more of a romance. Now that we're done, I'm gonna work out, eat dinner, and then get back to The Night and the Moth. So I'll see you then. I'm back. Annoyingly, it is 11:30. Actually, a little past 11:30. So I'm giving myself 30 minutes to read this tonight, which is so annoying because I wanted more time, but I had so many things to do. All right, I'm gonna read in silence. If there's anything I need to tell you, I will. Otherwise, you'll see me tomorrow. I'm on page 86. I'm obsessed with Rory. Also, like, kind of love the name for him. So I have a theory that the diviners don't ever actually leave and that they like restart their 10 years every time. I don't think that's a spoiler because I'm literally 80 pages in. I'm going to pause there. Good night. See you tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Friday. I am done with all the things I had to do today, which means it is finally time. I think I'm gonna try to read 100 pages tonight. I read a little bit more before I went to bed last night. I'm now on page 111. Things are getting crazy, but like in a good way. I'm obsessed with Rory. I obviously don't want to give any spoilers, so skip this much if you haven't read it, or if you don't care, then you can just stay here. Rory having like magical powers, how fun, whatever the hell they are, I don't even know. Diviners disappearing, crazy. I still think there's something about how Six, or whatever her real name is, she will be trapped there if she doesn't leave. I'm loving it. Ugh. Rachel Gillig is just such a good fantasy writer. I can't get over it. I have to remember that this is the first book in a duology, and God only knows when the next book comes out, so I am a little bit nervous that the cliffhanger is going to kill me. Whatever. I'm gonna go read outside for a little bit, and then I'll report back. Oh, guys, I meant to read more tonight, but I'm falling asleep, and I do not want to read this while I'm tired because I need to pay attention. I forgot to mention this. This has made me laugh out loud probably 15 times at this point, which is insane. The gargoyle, I get it. I saw so many reviews, people being like, I love the gargoyle, I love the gargoyle. I'm like, I'm sure I love the gargoyle too. No, I love the gargoyle. I'm ending tonight on page, I'm in the middle of a chapter. I might try to finish this chapter, but there's like 12 pages left, and then I'm gonna go to bed, and then I'm gonna try to read a lot more tomorrow. All right, good night. See you when I have another update. Hey guys. I don't know how long it's been, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm on page 200. We've made a pretty good dent. I'm also determined to finish this today, so I'm gonna keep reading. Don't really remember what was the last thing I said. I also feel like not much has happened, and I feel like it has been getting a little bit into a lull. I have enjoyed it this whole time, but it does feel like we're in the thick of it now. Also, I have a sneaking suspicion that Six is like an old lady or something like that. I'm also scared that if she takes off her, I don't remember what it's called, the thing that covers her eyes, that her eyes are gonna be like made of stone or something. What did that other girl see in the mirror? That is my biggest question. Okay, We have less than 100 pages left. A lot of things have happened. This is also for sure a slow burn romantasy. So if I am correct in saying this, I believe a romantasy is a fantasy with a romance subplot. It's definitely gotten a little bit more dramatic, which I needed. We found out where all the, is it diviners? Where all the diviners are. That's unfortunate, but also, actually, you know what? I didn't call that twist, so that is interesting. I'm gonna keep reading. It's not too late at this point. I do think I could finish it tonight, but I kind of still want to savor it, so I'm gonna try. But now I want to know what her eyes look like. They gotta look weird. I just found out what her eyes look like, and I knew it. I literally knew it. Creepy. A little bit. Okay. 15 pages left. I'm scared because I am pretty sure this ends on a cliffhanger. But if it does, then I don't know what that cliffhanger is. What? Well, I knew he was evil. I'm gonna give you my thoughts tomorrow. I need to sleep on this. Guys, I can't lie to you. It's been over a week since I finished this. I just kept putting off giving my review because I'm a little disappointed in it. So I've decided to give this 4 stars. By no means did I hate it. I enjoyed it for the most part, but not anywhere near as much as I thought I would. I thought it was going to be similar levels to the Shepherd's King duology. It was not. I've looked back at the footage and there was a lull in the middle of this for a while for me, kind of slogging through it, and I just really wasn't attached to any of the characters outside of the gargoyle. It almost felt like she put so much attention on the gargoyle and making him a perfect character, because he literally was, that the other characters fell a little bit flat, and their relationships just, I wasn't buying into them. But I am intrigued by what will happen in the second book. I think it would be so fun if she made it a true enemies to lovers in the next book and she ends up falling in love with the king. Like, that would be so fun. I know everyone loves Rory, so I don't think that would happen. I do love Rory, but it just was kind of boring. It was a boring romance. They got together so easily. They were enemies for like literally 5 seconds. I need more tension in the enemies. I feel like I sound like I really hated it, but I didn't. I really enjoyed it. Would I recommend this? Maybe, but would not be my first recommendation. Definitely Shepherd's King duology. Definitely a lot of other fantasies that I've read. So that's where I'm at with this one. I am ending this vlog here. I unfortunately did not get to The Love Haters. I'm gonna read that in July. But I did get to all 3 of these books. Overall, pretty good ratings. I think I'd rate Atmosphere the best out of the 3, then Great Big Beautiful Life, and then The Night and the Moth. But I do think that the second book in this duology will make the series so much better for me. If you made it through this whole thing, congratulations. I don't know why. I hope you somewhat enjoyed it. If you want more of this, I have a few other ideas up my sleeve. I think I want to do a video where I read all books under 300 pages. I have other ideas, but I digress. Thanks for hanging. Hope to see you next time. Bye.